Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our latest podcast series titled Level Up Breaking Barriers in Gaming, where we explore a noteworthy topic that's occasionally overlooked in the gaming community, which is inequalities present within the gaming industry here in the Philippines. I am Bianca and I'm here today with
Hello, I'm Shuan, and nice to meet all of you.
I'm Andres Dalisay. Nice to meet you guys.
My name is Marc Gregorio. Nice to meet you all.
And lastly, my name is Jonas Jamilano. Nice to meet you all.
All right. By discussing several aspects of this matter, we hope to start important discussions, increase awareness, and motivate constructive change in the direction of inclusivity and equality in the gaming industry. The necessity to address the root causes of the unfair treatment of women in the gaming industry is what motivates our efforts. Despite the fact that there are more and more female gamers and professionals, they continue to face ongoing obstacles like discrimination, misinformation, and unfair opportunities.
Indeed, Bianca, the gaming landscape in the Philippines, much like in any part of the world, is riddled with structural inequalities and biases that disproportionately affect women, from representation in game development to inclusion in competitive gaming. The challenges are manifold and demands our attention. In this series, we'll delve into the feminist interventions in game studies, examining how scholars and activists have challenged the status quo and pushed for more inclusive narratives and representation within gaming. We'll explore key issues specific to the Philippines, shedding light on the unique challenges faced by women in this region's gaming industry.
Realizing that everyone, regardless of gender, gains from creating a more friendly and supportive gaming environment is essential. And with this podcast, that's just what we hope to achieve. We will be carrying out in-depth research to make sure that the discussions we will make are supported by facts and not just opinions. However, we do have someone later who's very much exposed to the gaming industry and who is willing to share what she has been through and what she continues to face in regard to the gaming industry. Themes like entry challenges, success stories, and possible solutions for the current issues will all be addressed here tonight.
And as we navigate through these discussions, we'll also take a closer look at the works such as Gamer Trouble by Amanda Phillips, which critically examines the cultural and social dynamics shaping the gaming world, providing valuable insights into the struggles faced by women gamers and professionals alike. Through these conversations, we aim not to only highlight the existing disparities, but also to foster a deeper understanding of the systemic issues at play. By amplifying marginalized voices and advocating for change, we hope to contribute to a more equitable and inclusive gaming community here in the Philippines and beyond.
That's right. We're committed to providing an in-depth analysis of the opportunities and difficulties facing the gaming industry, whether that means interviewing female gamers or evaluating individual experiences. Sit back, relax, and come along with us as we explore the nuances of Philippine gaming history and culture, paying special attention to feminist responses and systemic injustices. Stay tuned for intriguing discussions and eye-opening conversations, and together let's collaborate to establish a gaming industry that values inclusivity, equality, and diversity. So now that we've provided you with with an overview rather of our topic tonight, it's time to hear from someone who has been exposed to the gaming industry and can bring insight to this discussion.
Yeah, that's right, Bianca. So she's the current president of Veritas Arcos Esports, DLSU's own esports and gaming organization. She was also the chairman of the recently concluded Alliance Games Metro West Intercollege Regionals, which brought various colleges in the Manila area to compete in various esports titles. She was also the founder for Veritas Arcos' Dota 2 team and has even competed in the past in Valorant tournaments hosted by FSL, which is Southeast Asia's premier women's gaming circuit. She's an advocate of women's empowerment in the esports and gaming industry. So let's all welcome Lisa Nicole Quezon. Let's go,
Hello,
guys.
everyone.
Hello.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction. Grabe. Made me feel like I have uh a lot of like credentials yun. So again, I would just like to introduce myself. Hi, I am Lisa Kizon. I'm currently taking international studies in DLSU and I'm ID 121. Yes.
Okay, so welcome again, Lisa. So we're here just to talk about your histories with gaming, your experiences as right now the current president of Verdes Arcos, and also your experiences in online gaming as a whole. And you want to just shed light onto ayun, maybe sharing other experiences that you may have heard from other female gamers online. So yeah, that we can start siguro with your history with gaming. So maybe how you started or what prompted you to be interested in gaming.
Okay, so my history dates back to when I was like a child, because I'm born in a family where they're all pretty young, and since my family is born in like the technology when the technology was starting to rise, they are what you can call gamers of the old times, yung mga mahilig sa um anything like Game Boy or any technology that includes games, ganon. So, growing up, when I was like around 3, 4, or 5, my dad, I would always see my dad play like on like a laptop at home. Tapos he would play LAN na Counter Strike. And same with my tito, I would often see them play with their friends at home. Like they just in like the whole in the living room together playing Counter Strike or Dota at that time. So and then my mom would also join them. Like re- um when I was like a kid, parang yun na talaga yung influence ko, the biggest influencers of my life as to why I have come to love gaming. I recall that when I was like in high school, I would often come home to my mom just playing hours on end sa Dota 2 na siya lang mag-isa, or like she would always often like play Command and Conquer Red Alert for like the whole day. and and then when she was abroad, I would often like catch her play Mobile Legends at like 12 midnight. So, parang ever since seeing them play games, it just heightened my curiosity na parang, I want to play these games too because I see them play them all the time. Tapos lagi sila nagsisigawan sa living room and it seems fun. So I tried it and I liked it. So that parang they piqued my interest. And then um continuing further, my friends that I have, like my online friends, would often play like the game Dota 2 without me. Tapos naiingit ako. I'm like, okay, I have history with Dota 1. Might as well try Dota 2. And from there, the rest is history.
So it seems like ano talaga, parang your parents shaped most of your interest talaga sa gaming. Ayun. So
So you're like exposed na to the like your environment is basically like gaming.
Yeah, as parang ano talaga, at home, I would hear yun nga, parang natutulog lang ako. Siyempre, maaga ako matulog kasi I'm a kid. Tapos nagsisigawan lang sila, hoy, ang bobo mo, ganun. I'm so sorry. But
yun
yeah,
lang.
so it's you can see like the fun, the camaraderie that they have. And until now, they're still friends and they often than not play together pa rin, which is something
Mm.
that I like. I want that kind of connections also with friends, ganon.
So parang yung community aspect din talaga ng gaming is what you also look for, especially dito sa yung mga ano lang, yung mga friend groups mo lang, and ano, that's your parang main ano siya, main way of bonding with them ba? Ganun.
Yes, parang I like the community but I also like the competition. Ganun.
Mm.
I like competing with my friends and like it just makes me feel it makes me feel good lang about myself if I were to beat someone who's good. Like my friend na magaling, tapos natalo ko siya. I'm like, wow, ang galing ko pala. Ganon.
I see, I see.
So building up on that, we'd like to know what your thoughts are on gender inequalities in the current gaming landscape here in the Philippines, especially on a more competitive game like, for example, Valorant, where the gender inequality is more pronounced because of its more active voice chat function.
Okay, sige. I'll start with my dating back to when I first started online gaming. 2017 was when I first started playing Dota 2. Basically Dota 2 is like it's a multiplayer online battle arena where yun parang basta it's a 5v5 just like Valorant. And ano, there kasi, in that community, wala talagang babae dun. Like, there are little to no women there, especially of my age. I would often play with old men, which is very uncomfortable for me, especially I was like around 13, 14 when I first started. And then I would be playing with older men or like my friends, pero they're still older than me, like a lot older, like 3 years minimum. And they're all men, like they're all guys. So you can already see from from my community or my environment na there was not really much women that are like me who would play with me. And especially na during that time I was in an all girls school. I can't really look for my people kasi they would often be like, parang, academics or other hobbies, endeavors. I was the only one of my friend group online and my friend group at school that plays games, especially Dota 2.
Mm.
So, from parang yun, like my online experience is that when I open my mic or when I just chat, because like I don't know, I have like a girly name and people assume that I'm a girl. They would often tell me like, "Oh, it's a girl. We lost," or "Oh, go back to the kitchen." It's so old, but like yes, I've been receiving that since I was like 14. Like, go back to the kitchen. Oh, you're a slut, or I'm so sorry for the words, but these are the real experiences that I have. It's very disturbing how what the words that I've been receiving online ever since I was a kid. They don't really care who you are or what your age is, as long as you're a woman, as long as you're a woman, and they found out that you are discriminated against. And in Dota 2, that was very parang sobrang dami na, and it was overwhelming for me. I would often like get harassed. I get reported in game just because I'm a girl, even though I'm playing better than them. And parang carrying on until to other games like League of Legends, Valorant. These games, as compared to Dota 2, mas better naman siya when it comes to inequality sa gender inequality. It's doing much better. However, it's still exclusive to men pa din. The same thing. And sa Valorant, right now, I'm happy with the Valorant community kasi parang they protect women. They do everything to like protect women. They have like talks, seminars and stuff, like awareness ganun.
Especially yung ano 'no, like yung recent, Valorant Game Changers, like they're really pushing for inclusivity din sa community.
Yeah, tama. Which is what I'm proud of. Pero hanggang ngayon nakaka-receive pa rin ako ng yun nga, go back to the kitchen. I don't know why they do that. I guess it's just to annoy people or annoy like women or just make them feel better about themselves. Ayun.
Mm. So ayun nga, parang kasi, uh, especially before I guess, I think we can like, split the timeline between pre-pandemic and post-pandemic. Parang, uh I guess from my perspective lang din, as someone who's also been playing video games for a while, parang dati wala like very rare talaga yung mga babae na naglalaro ng mga video games, especially online video games. So parang, uh, I guess after the pandemic, parang everyone started getting interested in to gaming, like regardless of gender. Parang, it also paved the way na parang yun, more inclusivity sa mga online spaces and gaming spaces. So would you say na parang, uh, I guess maybe that time during the pandemic kind of helped din na bring more people closer to together in the gaming sphere, like especially mga women and other genders.
Ay siguro I remember during the pandemic, I was already a gamer prior. Tapos, women that I would normally be like, "Whoa, you play games?" Parang alam mo yung gulat ako na they play games. And then like they started playing games, tas dumadami na sila. So, parang that made me feel, at first, it made me feel like, why now? Where were you guys when I was like before the pandemic, where were you? I wanted to have a community just like you. So at first I was like a bit mad. I don't know, parang I was a bit mad, a bit upset because I wish I wish they were there before pa. But like seeing how we progress now, parang okay na rin. This is what I wanted ever since I was a young teenager. This is what I wanted to see. This is what I wanted to experience, and I'm happy that I'm here right now, getting to experience the inclusivity of the community. Yeah.
Mm. So siguro seeing everything that's happening like in the current gaming landscape dito sa Pinas and especially sa esports din, parang uh what what would you do then to help empower Filipino women in gaming?
Okay. So before I wasn't as like I'm not a big influencer before. So it was very hard for me to get like people to um game, you know. But I was in a community where some girls play naman. It's just I guess yun ngang um misogyny is like very hard to fight against kasi nakasanayan na to ng lahat ng tao eh. Everyone's like think it's funny. Everyone thinks that this is like normal ganon. That's why it's really hard to combat it. So before I would just like it's either I be silent or I like fight them at their own game, which is what it's kind of toxic, but like it kind of got me to be a braver person and like a stronger person like individually. So before I would often just look for people like female players to play, ganon. Tapos to create like a fun environment. I mean, I can't do much publicly kasi I know no one's gonna listen to me. So I just try to like foster a healthy environment so that women can like go and create that kind of environment with me, and hopefully that environment will grow bigger as to like what it is now, ganon.
I see. So ayun. I guess guys, do you have any questions then for Lisa?
I'll just share an experience since I also experienced similar when I was playing Valorant with my female friends and also girlfriend. Every time they would open their mic, they would usually get sexist remarks and pretty much very disgusting words that really doesn't really relate to the game. And I don't see the difference between female or any gender between male. We all have we're pretty much equal when it comes to gaming. So it really bothers me how we're not being inclusive to everyone, since gaming is supposed to be enjoyed by everyone, right? And it's very hard for me to watch them getting that experience while we're playing together. So I just do my best to like record them, report them. But really I think we should have a more better promotion in inequality overall.
Siguro, I want to add to that then. Kasi there's this stigma that surrounds women in gaming that they're bad or they're doing this for their boyfriends or they're doing this to get attention and stuff like that. And that parang, I don't know, right now, currently, it's getting better, but it's still the same. Parang, there's still an environment like this in gaming because I also do not want to open my microphone in Valorant and I don't know why. It's Valorant. It's supposed to be more inclusive, but I still don't feel included. So I don't know. Siguro my comments or like my words of encouragement na lang for other girls out there is just to use that as a way to empower yourself na you're better than them. You're so much better. Because like imagine you top fragging in like a 5 stack and then all of them are guys. Wow, you're so much better. Diba? Parang it just gives me a boost knowing na I am so much better than many people out there and I am just like you guys, kaya ko makipagsabayan. So, ayun.
Yeah, totoo. And I'm pretty sure you're better than me in Valorant right now. Pero ayun, parang ano rin eh, it also kind of irks me din like how sometimes very casual yung misogyny na nangyayari minsan na parang like people pass it off as a joke lang pero in reality it can really affect especially the person that that joke is targeted against, which is women or females. So parang in a way uh, there should be a way naman din to parang really cultivate that mentality na um we shouldn't make these types of jokes. We shouldn't um make people feel uncomfortable regardless of gender. Parang uh kasi we're all just here to play video game. We're all just here to play Valorant. We're here to play League. Uh, yan, parang we have this one thing in common that we all enjoy. Why not just enjoy it, diba? Pero I guess that comes naman din with the competitive aspects din of yung ibang games. So like for example, yan, Valorant and uh there are different communities naman din na I guess are proportionally more toxic than others. So I think right now Valorant is it's there's still that toxic part of the community pero it's way worse in other games like for example Dota 2 or Counter Strike like nakikita natin na parang yun like uh even just seeing yung username mo if it's any semblance of any parang feminine may feminine element or aspect parang tina-target na kagad yun so yeah parang ganun nga
Ayun,
so
I remember connection to that. I remember sa Dota 2, since that was my main game for like most of my gaming history. I used to cry about what people call me online just because again, I'm a girl. I don't even talk. It's literally just my IG and sometimes it's not even like a girl. As parang they just notice how you move or like because you support all the time or something. They really like profile you na parang oh puro support to. Ah puro sage to. Babae siguro to. That's so how where do you get that? I don't know. It just parang those kinds of stigma really like affects me kasi I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to fight my place in the society, in the community, and then I'm gonna get shut down by people who profile me, who stereotypes me. Like why? Because parang I'm not who you think I am. I am better than that.
okay I guess we can kind of conclude this part so I guess Lisa if you have any parting words that you'd like to say siguro words of encouragement or words to inspire other women in the gaming industry, especially dito sa Philippines.
I remember when I was like in and since sa Dota nung nasa Dota ano pa ako na I would want to join tournaments so bad. I had a dream of being like a big I wanted to step on the international scene, that type of big dream. That's why I tried so hard. But there's no competition for me to be a part in because there's no like there are rules in the gaming parang may rules sa competition na kailangan all boys. I don't know why that's true. And now you can see that competitions right now are co-ed. It's a parang girls and boys can be in one team. And I feel like that's very empowering, especially for me as a woman, because it means that women are now slowly being integrated to the community and like they're seen as a big part of the community as well. So as like my words of empowerment is that take all the chances you can get to show who you are. For girls kasi, as you may know, like we're still being like marginalized in this community or something, like we're still being criticized, we're still being judged, ganon, discriminated just because we're women in the gaming society. So if there is an opportunity for you to speak up, if there's an opportunity to you to show your talent and show who you are, then do it. Like just take the opportunity, because that alone is powerful enough, and that alone can show everyone, even like big corporations like Razer or some, or Logitech, that women have like a big market, or women are like big basically in the gaming industry. And for guys naman, um you know what to do. Like, what the right thing is. Just stop discriminating. Y'all, if y'all are bad, you're bad. It's not because women, or like, alam mo yun, just accept it. You're bad. So don't hate on women because you're bad. That's literally it. And ano, parang accept the growing world, growing society, that women can game. Yeah. Women are can do anything if they want to. We're just equal here in this world.
So those words were very inspiring, and let us hope that everyone watching here and um everywhere in the world, let us hope for a better future, but also work towards it and do our best to make gaming more inclusive for everyone, since it's there for all of us to enjoy, not just one person. So, on behalf of the team, I would like to extend our deepest gratitude for your enlightening and engaging presentation as our guest speaker. Your insights were truly thought provoking and inspiring. We are incredibly grateful for your willingness to share your knowledge and experiences with us. Your contribution has undoubtedly enriched our understanding and left a lasting impact on everyone present. Once again, thank you, Lisa, for your invaluable contribution to our podcast. We hope to have the opportunity to collaborate with you again in the future.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Lisa. You can leave now if you want. Yeah.
Okay, so moving onwards to our group discussion, one thing that I got from her talk is how really hard it is for women to enter esports, because we all know that previously it was a male dominated what do you call it? Male dominated industry. So I would like to know your thoughts about it, everyone.
Siguro I can go first. So ano lang, I think kasi yeah, we can see the esports industry right now and the gaming industry na um there are interventions being done now to really parang decrease yung inequality with males and females in gaming. So especially you see now yung mga programs ng Valorant, like yung Valorant Game Changers, which is yun yung yun yung parang uh, that's their female esports tournaments that are happening alongside the main tournament. So syempre, I guess the 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 ideal goal for everything for the gaming industry would be to have everything just be one thing for everyone, for males or females, for other genders. So parang ano lang, we can see that then locally kasi recently what I mentioned earlier, si Lisa was the chairman of the Alliance Games Metro West regionals. So we basically had a tournament, and then we invited all the other schools to join the tournament, and then the winners of those tournaments will go on to the nationals, which will be held in a later date. So I was actually surprised then kasi for example in the Mobile Legends team for DLSU, for Verdes Arcos, we actually have one or two female players there. So parang uh ang nakita ko, most of the other teams, they were mostly comprised of guys. So parang it was just kind of inspiring lang din to see na uh yung mga women are also being included in these types of events, in these kahit dito sa mga grassroots na tournaments or mga local tournaments, there's no ano, parang there's no I guess air of discrimination or superiority. Parang talagang it's really based on their skill, and it's just really inspiring lang to see. So, yun.
Honestly, as for me, I think a part of it then is like competitive games in general, like for example, Valorant, Dota. They're kind of just like a breeding ground for toxicity, right? And then even men, women, like in these types of games, people will be toxic no matter what you do. Like if they think you see you're doing bad, they're gonna like start going after you. And then if people see that someone is a woman, it's like they see it as another avenue or another way to insult one of their teammates, as a way to vent out how they feel, or like as a way to blame their losses. And it really sucks because I think a part of the toxicity also comes out from just the general genre of the game.
I feel like rin na
Ikaw muna.
parang um it it's not just within the gaming industry eh. Parang there's this like mindset na built like before pa na parang they perceive women as weak and then men as strong. So parang in a way like nadadala siya into several aspects, like not just in gaming, like we can see it in sports or in other areas rin. So parang in a way, it affects parang yung core mindset from before, parang na-bring out siya sa different aspects, which is like, it's like toxic na rin. But parang now, buti we can see like changes na rin as we progress. So, yun.
So thank you for the wonderful insight, Bianca. So now let's talk about Amanda Phillips' work, particularly gamer trouble. She dives deep into the intersection of identity, politics, and representation in video games. It's notable how the industry's efforts towards diversity often lack depth. We observe superficial representation without tackling the underlying systems of patriarchy. But Amanda also emphasizes the importance of feminist interventions in game studies by challenging gender representation and advocating for inclusivity. Feminist scholars contribute to a more comprehensive understanding of gamer culture. In conclusion, Gamer Trouble underscores the ongoing struggle for inclusivity and representation in video games, emphasizing the importance of actively challenging biases, creating equal opportunities, and fostering supportive environments for all gamers, regardless of gender. So, as we continue our discussions throughout this podcast, let's keep these points in mind. We need to confront the challenges facing female gamers in esports, while also critically examining the industry's attempts at diversity and representation. It's a journey toward a more inclusive and equitable gaming community, and we're all in it together.
I think I just wanna add lang din or, yeah. Kasi I read the book, Gamer Troubles, and, it's actually ano, it's more focused on the, uh, more of the gaming industry in the sense na yung mga developers and yung mga gumagawa ng games. And, but also yung representation ng yung female representation in video games. So especially like when there are characters in video games that are hypersexualized, or they're basically parang there's an air of um objective objectifying them sa mga in certain games. So parang I just saw na parang it wasn't really focused more on the esports side, especially since I think that around the time that the book was being written, esports wasn't as big as it was now. But I think the same things apply to the findings there. Na there really is a sort of misogynistic tendency in uh, people who play games, and especially the male gamers. Parang they're always they always try to bring women down in certain ways, na parang yun yung sinabi ni Lisa kanina, na your remarks like you should just go back to the kitchen, like make me a sandwich, stuff like that. And it's very bothersome talaga. And even me as a male who admittedly hasn't really gone through the things that Lisa or other female gamers have gone through, parang I just feel very sympathetic with everyone.
I agree with what you said. When I was watching, since there was a podcast by Amanda Phillips regarding the book, and the way that females are represented in video games are often objectified, over sexualized. You'd see um illogical models or their clothings. They would there It's often as if the female characters are just second lead or just something to move the story along. They're not really actually representing what females should be. And again, that's a major problem from reality itself, from the people who are making it. A solution to that could be that maybe they should ask actual females to make those characters so they could actually give actual insights on how a female should be represented in the industry. And majority of what we actually see in inequality between gaming and the gaming industry itself is probably just a causal reaction how women are actually treated in reality. We often, dating from very back, probably 80s, 90s, we've already experienced gender inequality. So it's most likely as a result of that that the gaming industry was also affected by this as well.
Okay, all right. So as we wrap up, it's necessary to highlight the importance of the issue that was brought up tonight rather. Not only are disparities in the gaming industry isolated occurrences, but they also reflect systemic problems that have an impact on the lives of the actual people.
Absolutely, Bianca. These disparities not only affect the representation and opportunities within the gaming industry, but also perpetuate broader societal inequalities. It's crucial for us as a community to continue pushing for diversity, equity, and inclusion in all aspects of gaming, from development to representation in the games themselves. This isn't just about fairness, it's about creating a richer, more vibrant industry that truly reflects the diversity of the world we live in.
So by raising awareness of these disparities, we're fostering significant change in addition to increasing awareness. We are getting closer to a gaming industry that promotes diversity, honors inclusivity, and offers equitable opportunity for all, with each discussion, insights shared, and action taken. The subject at hand is significant in ways that go beyond this podcast. It contributes to the larger discussion on equality, social justice, and representation in entertainment and the media.
Indeed, Bianca. And we want to extend our gratitude to our guest today for sharing their insights and experiences with us. Her perspective has added depth to our conversation and has undoubtedly inspired our listeners to think critically about these issues.
Therefore, let's keep making these kinds of discussions and conversations an ongoing endeavor. Give voice to minority groups and strive toward a world where all members of the gaming community, regardless of gender, feel valued, respected, and welcome. We appreciate all of you coming along for the ride. And together, let's keep striving for development and positive changes and ultimately contribute to developing a world that is more inclusive.
Once again, we are Shuan, Bianca, Andres, Jonas, and John, and this has been Level Up Breaking Barriers in Gaming podcast. Thank you all for listening, and remember, let's level up together. Stay tuned for our next episode.